Hey y'all, it's the Calm Corner Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Hey Soul Family, back again. I'm Erica, your favorite Astro homegirl. And guys, this one is going to be on our girl, Selena Gomez, and her new husband, BLANCO. And I just want to say happy solar return to our girl, okay? Her birthday was on 6/22, so welcome back. First, let me say that to all of you guys who have been riding with me, and welcome to all of you guys that are new here. I always get into a little bit of the astro first before we get down to business and get into the cards, because that actually it adds up, and it does show up in the reading when we get down to business and get into the cards. So I wanted to say happy solar return again to our girl. She is the first day of Cancer season, 6/22. Because Selena is a Cancer sun. So let's get into these messages and see what's up. Let's get into this astro. All right, soul family. So these are their cards, okay? So let's get into a little quick in regards to the astro energy between these two. I'm going to wrap it up really quick. Selena, again, happy solar return, my girl, July 22nd, okay? She is a sun in Cancer, and she has that moon in Aries, guys. And believe it or not, she is a Leo rising, okay? So she's a star. I love it, okay? She has a Mercury in Leo and a Venus in Leo. So Selena is now actually experiencing not only a solar return in her sun energy, but she's also experiencing a Venus return. And she is a newlywed, okay? And Mars is in Taurus, where she takes action. And that's very interesting. I'm going to get into her husband real quickly. But her Jupiter is in Virgo, okay? And that will be in the second house, all right? Which is a good placement because Virgo is an earth sign, as well as the house that rules that energy is Taurus, okay? She has that Saturn, it's in Aquarius, so the challenges lie in that seventh house of partnerships, okay? So we got to keep an eye on that. Again, seventh house Aquarius. But also remember, Saturn is things get better in time, but that could be challenges in partnerships, okay? Uranus is in Capricorn, her Neptune is in Capricorn as well, okay? And that would be this chart in house of partnerships, okay? Okay, so fifth house. And the so long-term energy too, but also can be shakeups and challenges. And then she also has Pluto in her Scorpio energy. Now, Pluto, guys, okay, fourth house of home, so transformation energy. Okay. Wonder what her upbringing was like. All right, so rising in Leo again, North Node in Sagittarius. Okay, boo. I'm sorry, her workhouse is sixth house. Fifth house is Sag. All right, let's look at Benny real quick, okay? Let's look at the husband. Okay, guys, he is a Pisces sun and a Scorpio moon. So let me say this. This is definitely a match. A lot of people, have things to say in the energy. I know, oh my God, when it comes to this guy, they're like, oh. So I had to come up with the proper words, because this is a match, guys. Sun and Pisces and that, Cancer, that thing goes together, okay? But he has heavy water energy, guys, with the moon in Scorpio. Now, let's talk about it. He has a Mercury in Aquarius, okay? And his Aquarius is in the 8th house, okay? Now his 7th house is in Capricorn, and he has Pluto there. No. I'm sorry, his Mercury is in Aquarius. My bad. In the 8th house. that Pluto is in the 5th house, as well as his moon and partnership. Now let's go back to her. And her 5th house again is in Capricorn. Oh, that's intense, okay? That's what made me pause. And let me just say this. The highlights of this marriage, guys, is that this man's Venus is actually in the zodiac sign of Taurus, okay? So that energy actually brings that stability, that safeness, that loyalty to the marriage, all right? So this is a really key factor in what allows these two to, mesh and really, really, truly connect, okay? They have several placements that are the same, which is that Uranus in Capricorn, Neptune in Capricorn, but his is in his 7th house. Hers, because they're clearly in the same generation. That's what that's all about. Right, and hers is in the 6th, the workhouse. Okay. So let's talk about them real quick. Her being a Cancer sun. Let me say this. This could be a time for Selena, actually, believe it or not, guys, when she can have a baby. We definitely finna get into the cards and talk about it. But we talking about Jupiter being in Cancer. So this is a very, auspicious time for her to become a mother-to-be at this time, okay? As well as her having a solar return. And she's also having a Venus return, okay? In Leo. And that's that go big, that huge, gestures and just all of those things. When you have that Venus and Leo, you love to be adored, okay? His energy with that Taurus brings the comfort, the stability, and the consistency, okay, between the two of them. Now, let's talk about the challenges that they can run into is where those moons kind of, come together, meaning she's a, right, she's the Aries, that moon, and then you got that Scorpio moon coming from his energy, okay? So they can kind of run into energy because very high passion and attraction, but again, they can go through their tension and their disagreement times, and growth lessons come with the energy of those moons when they clash, okay? But their Cancer Pisces connection is the glue that actually keeps bringing them back to the understanding of one another, okay? So let me say this. This is a really good match, believe it or not, guys. It's, a lot of healing energy from Selena's end, family, self-worth, courage, all of that good energy with that Cancer. And then him coming in with his Venus Taurus and that Pisces sun is about devotion, okay? It's about protection and loyalty and stability and a lot of emotional depth with that water sign energy, right? So we can see these guys, of course, they're married, but we can see the commitment strengthen. We can see a lot of soul growth between the two. And, he brings that emotional security to her that she needs. So they're going to continue to move forward and build a future, okay? So friendship first for these two and genuine support. And again, like I said, loyalty. They got good energy for long-term potential. Key highlights for them, July, through September of this year, 2026. We could see more public appearances from them, discussions about family, but we can also see family pop up, okay? Major relationship milestones for these two, again, and increased public interest more in their marriage. Now, between October and November, we can see more intense energy around them making important decisions together. We can see more career demands, balancing public and private life, and just a lot of emotional energy and conversations between the two. So that is what is the energy for them for 2026 as far as like the astro weather and, key transits, okay? Intense chemistry, So let's get into the cards and get into the messages. And I already blessed the cards, guys. So I'm going to start with Selena first, as ladies first, and then we're going to get into it and, break it on down. So let's see what the current energy is and what's going on with our girl and all the good things. And, let's get into it.
Selena Gomez has left Benny Blanco, and we need to talk about it because this is crazy. Now, here's the Tichismosas. If you guys didn't already know, it hasn't been that long since Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez got married. But apparently, allegedly, supposedly, some sources are saying that Selena Gomez found some racy text messages with Benny Blanco and some celebrity that is unnamed. And apparently, he was cheating on her. Now, I'm like, girl, who in their right mind would cheat on Selena Gomez? First of all. Now, second of all, this is why you don't date ugly dudes, ugly girls. Like, you give them a chance and they think that they rule the world. They're like, if I could pull a 10, maybe I could go somewhere else and pull another 10 and then I can have 20. Girl, that's just how life is, and you know. Anyways, apparently she was pissed. She confronted him. He didn't really have a good excuse. So she was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. I've been cheated on in the past. And I don't care if we're married or not. I'm going to get my ass out of here. Allegedly, according to sources and rumors. That's not what I'm saying. I almost don't believe it, but then also I'm like, shit, every time I don't believe a rumor, it actually turns out to be true. So you know what? I'm taking this with a grain of salt. They are saying that Selena has packed her shit and she actually left their shared home in LA, and apparently she has some like smaller apartment in California somewhere. So she's taken her stuff there and she's, I guess, taking some time to figure out what she's gonna do, but that they're not talking right now. Now, again, I don't know if I fully believe this, but also I've seen so many times where ugly ass motherfuckers out here think that they can do whatever they want because they're powerful and a hot girl gave them a chance. Like, they just have a confidence and audacity that we cannot even imagine. So I have no idea. I hope for Selena's sake that it's not true, because I've been there, done that, got married, and very shortly after found out that the person is not a good person. So I really hope it didn't happen. But also, Benny Blanco, I never thought that he was good enough for her. So that's a whole other thing though. But anyways, guys, y'all let me know what you guys think about this.
Is responding to the rumors that her and Benny Blanco broke up because Benny cheated on her with one of her best friends. Wait until you guys hear what Selena said. So over the past couple of days, there have been rumors circulating online that Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco are no longer together because Benny cheated on Selena. This rumor started because Selena Gomez unfollowed her longtime friend Teresa Marie on social media, and people started speculating that Benny was secretly having an affair with Teresa Marie. Well, yesterday was the Rare Beauty Mental Health Summit, and obviously Selena Gomez was in attendance. Rare Beauty is her brand, and she made a speech at the summit and mentioned Benny Blanco. Listen to this.
I wouldn't be in a healthy relationship if I wasn't complete. I wouldn't be healthy in my career if I wasn't complete. I have to find that myself in order for everything else to happen.
Selena Gomez herself is responding to the rumors that her and Benny Blanco broke up because Benny cheated on her with one of her best friends. Herself is responding to the
unconfirmed crazy rumors swirling around about Hollywood's hottest couple right now. Selena Gomez unfollowed one of her best friends, Teresa Marie, after it was rumored that Benny Blanco subscribed to her OnlyFans. Teresa Marie was recently seen having dinner alone with Benny Blanco a few days before Selena unfollowed her. And Benny still follows her. Teresa also goes often to Benny's house without Selena Gomez being present. And Teresa Marie shared a post about Benny Blanco being nominated for People's Sexiest Man Alive. Now, I'm going to be honest, for those of you who aren't on Twitter, you can say anything on there and it can gain traction with absolutely no truth. So I don't know how much truth is behind any of these allegations. It seems like the way Benny talks about Selena, he is very in love with her. So I hope it's not true. But really, they say never say never.
Blanco are allegedly swingers. Okay, so there's a new rumor going viral about Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco allegedly being swingers. And honestly, I think the reaction to it is more interesting than the rumor itself. This all started because Selena is reportedly selling her house, and fans immediately assumed that they were breaking up. But now Blind Items are alleging that they're actually moving somewhere more private so they can supposedly live this secret alternative lifestyle away from the public eye. Now, obviously, this is speculation, but people are so quick to believe it because Benny Blanco already has this internet reputation of being weird or unconventional, especially in the bedroom. He certainly doesn't fit the polished celebrity husband image fans imagined for Selena. And I think that's the real story here. Fans still want Selena to fit this very controlled, wholesome image they've had of her for years. So when she married someone unconventional, people suddenly started projecting all of these extreme narratives onto their relationship. But honestly, celebrities already live extremely non-traditional lives. Fame changes relationships, privacy, boundaries, everything. So I don't know why people expect celebrity marriages to look completely quote-unquote normal. Whether the rumor is true or not, I think this says much more about fan projection and internet obsession than it does about Selena and Benny themselves. But it is an interesting rumor. Do you think Selena
Justin Bieber unfollows Diddy, Benny Blanco, The Weeknd, Diplo, Lil Yachty, Drake, Pharrell, and more? Girl, what? Girl, you know I ran to Instagram. Listen, so girl, first of all, we were all like, girl, why is he still following Diddy, right? Because, girl, who follows Diddy? But then, all of a sudden today, girl, he woke up and said, Haley, I'm unfollowing everyone. And he just started unfollowing everybody. But now he unfollowed Benny Blanco? And let me tell you something, girl. That was not the time to do it. Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez just announced their album together on Valentine's Day. And now all of a sudden he wants to unfollow? Do you know how Hailey Bieber must feel? Like, think about it, bitch. Think about, he seems so pressed. He is a panini pressed, okay? But our man, Benny Blanco, he is still following Justin Bieber.
This video by saying that I independently love Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, and I also love the two of them together. And there's a lot of soft people out there. If you're one of them, I celebrate you. This video is not for you. Don't worry though, I'm not gonna be nasty, mean, cruel, or hurtful, but I'm gonna give an opinion. And people can't seem to handle opinions these days. Hello, opinionated folks. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer. And have you all seen that video that has gone viral of Benny Blanco with his feet? You know which video I'm talking about. He's on his podcast. He's in a room, what appears to be the living room, barefoot. And the soles of his feet are literally black. That dirty. Let me pray and hope this is a one-time affair. But if my husband was doing that on the regular, I would have never married him. How about you? Would that have been a deal breaker for you?
All right, guys. So, ooh, child, I had to give me a drink right quick because it's been a day. So again, like I already busted the cars. Let me slide these over there where I'm gonna start at. And we're gonna get into it. I know y'all be having days like this, boy. Let's do it. Inside this here, though. We'll figure out which ones we want to use. So we want to start first with her energy. So, yeah, let's do it. Clear and precise messages. Clear and precise messages. Cancer sun, Cancer sun, Cancer sun. Let's see what's up. So let's get Selena's current energy, okay? Take a sip right quick. Had to get some Hennessy straight today, baby. No chaser. Please give me a precise message for Selena Gomez. Cancer sun. Cancer sun. Cancer sun. Precise messages. Spirit. See what's up with our girl. I'm gonna start with Astro first before Tarot. Okay. This kind of wanted to pop out, so I'm gonna sit it there and let it. Okay. All right, that's more than enough. All right, career focal point. So our girl got some things coming ahead and about to pop out. Also, about, you know, public reputation with her and her husband, right? Okay. Let's see what's up with her. Leo energy is very prevalent right now. Her rising is in Leo, remember. She having major Leo aspects, guys. Especially even with these that fell out, which is 5th house is what rules Leo. But this is about her marriage and her partnership, okay? But also Selena is having a Venus return, okay? So, energy around her as a whole, we're going to see her evolve, you know, in her worldviews, how she expresses herself going forward, and maybe even her point of view and her outlook on some things going forward, okay? This marriage is also an energy of maybe some things about life. You know, when you do merge into partnership, you do change your outlook on things, right? Intimacy is on the table, baby, with 8th house, okay? So, you know, these two are, they are married and they are really enjoying themselves. That's why I saw 7th house partnership on the table, right? This is her marriage, guys, and they are enjoying themselves, okay? You see the Virgo energy here. It's very grounded between these two, you know, in her work house, her reputation, remember. So we're going to see some things. Let's keep unpacking. Okay, so these two they're going to go through some challenges. We got challenges on the table, okay? Some things that maybe can create tension between them, all right? All right, more spiritual energy. And let me tell you, both of them with that water sign energy can really, really be tapping in, okay? Look out for that. Okay, so this is meant to be, believe it or not, this particular union, especially when you see North Node energy coming into play. This is about destiny. So this is a part of her, you know, her life, her destiny, right? Sun is on the table. Energy, the being, her essence, her life force, okay? And look, guys, remember I said I wanted to see if Leo was going to pop out, and it did. Again, Leo does rule the 5th house, but Leo is also the lover, okay? So these two are truly in love, guys, and that intimacy is off the charts, okay? I'm going to put that back there, and Aquarius energy is present, okay? And I had some questions about that, so I want to definitely get into the tarot card and see. But this is about perception and how people view him, how people view her, but their communication is really good between the two of them, okay? They have a really good communication energy. Now let's check the Aquarius part of the chart. This is her part. This is her 7th house. This is her relationship. I knew Aquarius was very, you know, a strong point. And here's 7th house here, okay? I saw something interesting about them, so I want to keep going with that. But y'all hold on to that Aquarius energy because that's about community and group. Okay? But this is what rules her 7th house. Okay? And here's, I want to say here's Capricorn. Okay, now so they can kind of experience some challenges. That's maybe what the challenge is on the table. Okay, so let's get into the messages and see what's up. So I'm gonna flip some focal point cards now. And then I'm gonna dive right on in with the energy around the tarot and get the current energy. I don't want to make it too long. Try to work on it. Besides messages, current energy. Besides messages, Cancer Sun, Spirit, Cancer Sun, Cancer Sun. Thank you, Spirit. Selena Gomez. Spirit, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna put that to the side. And I like this new deck I got. I want to go into, I like the keywords, you know. Very powerful. Okay, now. Okay. Okay, now. Ooh, that's interesting. Focal point is love, right? So the focal point is love, a passionate emotional connection between partners, often involving attraction, desire, and commitment, okay? Let me get any extra keywords. I'm gonna break it down for y'all, but very interesting here. Please give me any, okay, there we go. Okay. Let's go. A lot of different messages for them, so let's get into it, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and pull time comes up, and that was to the side. It kind of flipped out first. I wanted to move, you know, continue to flip to get more energy around these two before we start with the traditional tarot. And time is a factor in their relationship, okay? This message says situations that are timely or that take more time. So let's hold on to that because that was an extra message, okay? Moon is here, so secrets are on the table. But I also want to add that Moon is mother, okay? So it's automatically energy around, you know, heavy intuition. Remember, these two have heavy water energy placements, okay? But this is about emotional cycles, okay? Things that are hidden and hidden truths, all right? Authority is here, so control energy, all right? The ability to control or influence the actions or decisions of others, okay? Journey is here. Each one in a part can be, you know, discovering oneself, okay? But this is about movement and change. So again, travel, these two could, you know, they work and they could be in different parts of the world at one time. It just all depends, right? You have puppet. So something about somebody is being controlled, to be manipulated, to be in someone else's hands, okay? puppet strings. Hold on to that tea, right? Let me say something about with this coming out with loneliness in the journey, right? So something about them when they spend time, remember time popped up apart, can bring some loneliness at times, okay? But they do have a deep friendship. Friendship is first for these guys, okay? A relationship based on shared experiences or interest built on honesty, reliability, and understanding, okay? They definitely have. Let's pull the cards, okay? Because the wheel of fate is change and new cycles. So new cycles ahead with these two, okay? Again, they did have challenges in the astro cards, okay? So as these two continue to merge together, Quest is the energy of them learning each other more. They're getting to know more and more. Even though they've been together, they still are, you know, like I said, they're merging. They're finding out more and more of each other. They can continue to connect each more and more with one another, right? They definitely have goals set, okay? And the latter can always trump the lesser. Remember that, okay? All right, so let's get into the energy. Husband, the current audience messages. BLANCO, Pisces sun. Okay. Wow. Whew, child. Okay. Trying to see where to start. Child, hold on. I don't want to mess up the flow. Extra messages. Husband. Let's see, son. Ooh, shoot. Alright, let's see. Ooh, child. Selena, child, what's up? Okay, let's get into it, guys. See what's up with our girl. Alright. Focal point. 3 is a crowd. Aquarius was on the table. Okay. So celebration energy. Got that 3 of Cups. It's about community. Remember I said hold on to that, okay? And I did not even feel like this will be a start of it. But let's get into it. All right, so this is the current energy between Selena and her husband, okay? Oh, Selena, girl, okay. So these two, again, social events, journey, they, you know, the quest, they are out, they're about. But with that moon coming out, it's some secrets that are hidden, okay? First things first, this is her energy. And she coming in hot, which I did not expect that. You know, gossip. Gossip is on the table. You know, it takes me a second to unpack. And I wanted to start with nothing but positivity with these two, right? But this is the energy where, you know, right now, they could be having some forms of difficulty between the two, right? I mean, they are newlyweds, if I'm not mistaken. And let me just tell you, she comes out very soft and sweet. Yes, she do. But baby, let me tell you something. She clear and precise with her words, and she does not come to play, okay? So there might be that Aries energy that pops out in that regard, all right? It's some form of conflict here. It's in the messages, okay? These two could, at this exact time, they could be having somewhat of a disagreement, okay? And this energy could be around her finding out something about him, okay? That he ain't had no business with his hands in. I really didn't want to, I wanted to wait to flip the tarot because the message cards, they kind of spoke a lot, right? Ooh, I did not expect all this, okay? So, in this situation, this is about her finding out some things about him. And this, I'm telling you, has caused some form of a argument or you get what I'm saying? This is them. This is the marriage. This is Two of Cups. Okay? True love in the energy. But they got a tower moment ahead. They got a tower moment ahead. And let me just say, the Tower Cup obviously has already happened. Due to the conflict, the argument. And it's some deceit here. Something that he had to come clean about. But you got caught with this Five of Swords, okay? Now, this is delayed news. Remember that with this page. But it's going to be some news. And it's going to be, y'all going to be hearing about it soon. In regards to these two and them having a moment or two or something of somewhat of a breakdown. It's in the messages, right? This is their marriage. That's what's crazy. And it's justice in reverse. So something is some form of a disconnect. Is this right? Am I seeing what I feel like I'm seeing? These two are newly married. And see, when I see puppet, right? Puppet is the energy. Remember I said, let's wait and see what comes out. This is the energy of putting out or portraying it as what y'all would want to see, right? But somewhere in the midst of this, they having some, what do you call that? Newlywed issues, okay? Work is on the table, okay? So we know that. And we know that reputation also is on the table in the astro cards. Now, 3 is a crowd. So we got to get into what this 3 of Cups really represents in this connection because it's a breakdown here. Whether they are allowing you to see it or not. And with that puppet energy, it's to be controlled, right? So they controlling the narrative. But the truth of the matter is, behind the scenes, it's some things going on. You see that moon on the table? It's some things going on. Time is on the table. And it's just a matter of time, even with the Tower right here in this page of swords, where eventually and shortly you guys are going to hear something in regards to this connection. Remember, this is a new cycle. They in a brand new marriage. This represents this to me. They got the word ladder. To reach a goal, one must move forward, but sometimes stepping back is also a part of the journey, right? 7 of Pentacles is they're going to put the work in to try to, to work through these different issues, right? And let me just say, work can also happen quickly, okay? This is her. Selena, I want a ready girl. We gonna hear some things come out. It's coming with that page. She got high expectations too. Believe it or not. Very high. And there's some things about this connection that she coming into clarity about as they are married now. Okay? So let's get some energy around. Damn, I didn't expect to see all that. Okay, so I want to clarify these 3 of Cups, right? I'm doing energy around. Selena Gomez, Cancer Sun, Cancer Sun, Cancer Sun. Benny Blanco, Benny Blanco. Energy around. 3 of Cups. The energy around this marriage, this breakdown. What's causing it? Spirit, give me the energy. Let's see what's up. Clarify that 3 of Cups. The energy, spirit, with this marriage. What's going on with that? Right now. Okay, 3 of Cups. Thank you. Energy around these guys. Thank you. Go. Another thing about him that I wanted to say, even with that energy of Aquarius on the table, something about how he communicates, can probably piss people off, right? I'm telling you, there's some things going on with, around him, okay? I don't even know that much about him. Let me say something, because the 10 of Cups is on the table, right? And this is about happy family and emotional stability, emotional security, right? But something about with that 5 of Pentacles right there, where it's like they're running into an issue, okay? And it's something about this energy is causing a breakdown. It's something here, okay? And let me say, with the sun energy here, it's going to shine light on the situation, okay? This is, juggling. Child, what is man doing? I'm telling you, it's something that he has got caught. When you see that 2 of Pentacles, I asked for clarification. Him, maybe doing other things. I don't know how they work. Remember, journey travel is on the table. So when they are away, you get something about this has caused this issue, this 10 of Wands, the fight, the energy between them, the disagreement. And remember, 10th house was on the table. And 10th house is public reputation. 6 of Wands. So something about them, something about this connection, it's deep. I did not expect to see all that. These are newlyweds. It's a newlyweds, y'all. 5 of Swords right back. It's like arguing, disagreements, balance. But truth is something hidden, and truth is about to be and gonna be revealed. Let's pull his cards. Let's pull his cards. We just asking about the marriage right now, right? Now, I didn't expect to see all this. This shit done knocked my socks off. Now, let's talk about that Three of Cups. And something said, and I want to say that I saw that, and I got to go back and look. Because I'm like, people come up with all kind of stuff, but when you flip these cards, the story starts to unfold. And it was the energy around them having threesomes. I'm telling you, the Aquarius energy on the table speaks of that energy. Okay? And something about that is causing some form of miscommunication or breakdown, right? So still give me all clear and precise messages. Current accurate energy on Benny. So he is a Pisces. Please give me current accurate energy. Something about his energy. His wife, Selena Gomez. All clear and precise messages. And this is his energy, right? With her. So let's see. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Selena Gomez. Okay, so let's get it, yeah. Yeah, all extra messages. Selena Gomez. BLANCO, his wife. Okay, so let me say something. This is a good connection. He love her, right? Soulmate energy with that Six of Cups, okay? She coming in the same energy, okay? So she came in, and this is his cards. Ain't that funny? She got her first card was Queen of Swords, and his first card is the Queen of Swords. So Selena is mentally strong, and she do not come to motherfucking play. Do you hear me? Not at all. This is the energy too of, again, these two. This is about communication, okay? Direct as well. And how they, how he communicate with her, how she communicate with him, right? The next 1 or 2 weeks, just within now, we're going to be hearing something about these two, okay? Again, we had that 6 of Wands in reverse. This is energy of Moon. Remember, Moon energy. This is timing cards coming out on his end, okay? But within the next 6 months, big changes are going to come for them in their marriage, okay? We do have that Leo eclipse coming up very shortly, okay? So we're going to see some huge transformation and change with the two of these, especially, they just got married, dang, right? Maybe in the energy I asked is something about Queen of Wands energy. It's 2 queens on the table. Now, Selena energy showed up in this Queen of Swords. Why? Because she clearly is very mentally strong, and she can very she own it with understanding things when they're not aligning and when you ain't doing what the things you're supposed to be doing, right? So it could be a Queen of Wands in this energy, okay? Now, the thing about him, he's definitely loyal and connected to this relationship. Okay? He gonna continue to be persistent. But something about them, I'm telling you, it's something coming in fast. And it's something that we gonna hear. Okay? They got the same cards. Her energy is much more fiery. I'm not gonna use the word aggressive, but it's you know, she's strong in her energy. His energy is loyal, but also more laid back. Remember, time is on the table and they got a lot of timing cards. You can't make the messages up, right? Something in the energy with this man, though, is very manipulative. And we're going to have to be on the lookout for it. And it's almost in the energy of it's going to play out. Time, we're going to see it. Energy in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Something in the energy them is huge changes are going to come for them within between now and the next 6 months, okay? They experiencing, you know, marriage woes. Judgment is on the table, okay? And it's in the upright. So that's a good energy, okay? But what's not good is the manipulative energy. So they're going to go through an evaluation phase, okay? Learning each other, going through, what do you call it? The new marriage woes of one another, okay? They have new beginnings here as far as finances and work and jobs. New opportunities continue to flourish. Abundance is going to continue to grow, right? But where he getting caught up at is in the work. So whatever's causing a breakdown of him doing some things that he may not have any business doing, is going to be, what does he do, y'all? He a producer or what? Because it's something about work, right? Getting caught up at work with that lover's card right there. I didn't expect all this. So, wow, he definitely loves his wife, you know. Wow. I want to add right now. Damn, I didn't expect to see all that. That just kind of threw me back. Let's ask if she's expecting or will she be having a baby, right? And then let me go through some of the exact questions that y'all had, because this is a requested reading, okay? Put the energy around Selena Gomez, Cancer Sun. She has no baby. Clear up the energy around that. Energy around them. Hearing about the news, okay? Something that they'll be, she working on it. We can hear some energy around it. They're going to continue to push forward. This is the Cancer card, strength and will. Okay? This is about pushing forward. But right now, it's something that they will be working on, all right? They're dealing with the beginning marriage woes of coming together, joining together, right? This is the marriage. This unconventional energy, okay? They're gonna continue to, you know, pull in the justice and cause and effect. You know, they're gonna work on fighting to keep balance in the marriage, right? They're gonna continue, you know, they communicate well, right? But alternative lifestyles is on the table, I'm telling y'all. So this is the energy too. This is something she'll be working on when it comes to, you know, having a family or merging with a family. But right now they got, you know, conflicts and learning each other and figuring out, you know, each other's boundaries and what works for them, right? Their relationship, their marriage, the two of them. Let's ask what's to come for them, okay? Whoa. Well, I'll be damned. We get into some messy cards right quick. I'm gonna see what other messages y'all had for them, okay? I'm telling you, it's something about him. Something about him, okay? Mask. She gonna be finding out what's up with this guy, guys. Y'all tell me, chime in the comment. Hiding, it's keep coming up. Hiding a person's emotions, true self, or intentions, right? Something about them. They could just be having a breakdown exactly at this moment in time. Hold on, let me see what messages y'all had for me to ask specifically in regards to this connection. I didn't expect to see all that, y'all. Woo child. Let's see. Okay, on Selena, she's gonna have children. She definitely a Taurus ahead. Money, all that stuff is on the table. You can see that right here, and it's positive in that regard, right? Opportunities of money are blessed. Definitely a new tour. You can see that she got it right out the gate with Journey, and Quest. And will she be more successful with movies? Okay. Also, y'all asked with Selena. Let's see. Okay, so that's more. Y'all just wanted to know about them. Okay. Because I keep saying Selena. That's about 3 or 4, 5 of y'all that said that. But that was the more specific question on them. Okay, so there we go again with them. Okay, so more on Selena. So more. Okay. All right, so that's it. So let's ask, let me get some keywords for some energy around her tour. Her tour gonna be successful, but let's ask in the movies, right? Time keep coming out. Okay. Her movies. She getting the same messages. Let's pull the tarot. Let's get the energy spirit. Precise messages. Maybe building a family. I'm gonna ask you about this pregnancy energy around. Cancer Sun, Benny Blanco, Pisces Sun. Yeah, they're gonna work on building a family together. They gotta get through some things though, you know. And look, the same timing card and the 10 of Cups. So right now, And the way that the Ten of Cups is positioned, I can't make it up. And look, on the bottom of the deck, we back at the Three of Cups again, okay? Whew, I'm not expecting this. It's the same cards. And so, within the next 6 months, big changes are coming. Yes, that is her goal with this Ten of Coins. That's family, that's wealth, that's continuing to build and move, together. But with the Ten of Cups in reverse right now, it's an imbalance, okay? It's some things going on with them. And at some point, you guys are going to hear some things about it, okay? 3 is a crowd. It's consistent. The card continues to come out. It continues to go on the table, okay? It's in the regards of every time I see the 3, it's in the upright. So this could be, allegedly, in all of my opinion, they may indulge or enjoy other, I guess you could say connections in the connection, but it's causing a disconnection, right? So I don't want this to go on too long. We at 42 minutes and I still got to do messy cards. Let's ask, what is the ahead for these two? What's the outcome around this marriage, this relationship? Angels, ancestors, and spirits, please give me all clear and precise messages. And Selena Gomez. She's a Cancer Sun, Cancer Sun, Cancer Sun. Energy around marriage. And what's the come for them? What's ahead? The outcome. What are we looking to? Children. Give me all the energy around it. And I will ask about your movies, like her movies. Definitely is considering a tour. Travel is definitely was there on the table. We will ask what's ahead, please. So, child. Alright. That was weird. I don't know about that. I'm gonna do it again. Give me 1 or 2. Way that kind of happened. Do it. Okay. Okay. Timing cards. They got a lot of timing cards. And remember, that's what came out in the other deck, right? Alternative lifestyles. I'm telling you something about them. That 7 of Swords keep coming up. Something about this marriage is not what it seems. But it's also some sneaky energy in here. The Lovers is here. 6 of Cups. 4 of Wands in reverse. This is her energy. At some point, y'all, they got some form of a disconnect. That's so interesting. I don't know about her pregnancy journey. And remember, everything is all alleged and in my opinion. But based on what I'm seeing, and they kind of getting the same cards even going forward when we asking about this connection, she can have challenges in that area, possibly, and all alleged. Remember, everything is something that she definitely is passionate about and want to work on. But it's a possibility that it's maybe some challenges around it, and that she's going to have to put in some work to, push forward in building the family, right? Building a family with her new husband. Y'all gonna hear some stuff about them really shortly and really soon, okay? And like I said, the rumors about unconventional, and the way they move, it's some energy around that because the message continues to show up in the cards, right? Again, it's some sneaky behavior. And it's going to be some things that we're going to hear that's going to come out, okay? They do love each other, guys. This is a soulmate connection. But it's something about this energy where they experience some form of a breakdown, They just do. They just do. It's interesting, right? They're gonna, this is about reassessing things, making adjustments, okay? Right now. Even in the focal point energy going ahead, they're going to, reassess things. They got some stuff they gotta work through. Any extra messages ahead. This is their marriage, okay? We're gonna ask about career, but my goodness. Extra messages for Selena Gomez. Husband, Benny Blanco, he's a Pisces. Selena. Yeah, extra message ahead for them. Okay? They gonna do what they need to try to do. Really work through some things, but I don't necessarily know how long this marriage gonna really go. They got a lot of energy of, big changes ahead within the next 6 months. And, also a lot of energy of closing out cycles. So, don't be surprised if we hear some more energy around these two in some form of like a possible disconnection. It's almost like when you saw the word puppet and you saw the mask thing. It's like you putting on a brave face, but it's some truth in a breakdown and this connection on some level. And maybe it's just an energy of, I don't want to fail in my marriage, right? It look like they're going to try to work through some things, but I wasn't expecting all that, guys. Let's see what's up with the career house situation, right? Let's ask again, and we'll get into the messy cards. I didn't want this to go on too long, and I damn sure didn't expect to see all of that. My good today, my God, today. Let me see. Let me get around. So when you experience career, she tour again, which we saw that. We saw that that's in the works. It's on the table. She does want to be a family, but it's work behind that. Did y'all see that? Work behind that. Her career, she thinking about new projects, and I did see that on the table. So let's see. Let's ask about the movies. Okay. She gonna go on her own, by her own rules, when it comes to her touring and her career, right? This new marriage is a lot for her, and she is finding her footing and figuring out, is this, really her solid new life, which clearly it is, but I'm just saying, right? But eventually, as she continues to navigate, she's going to move forward. She's going to, travel and work on new projects, okay? Right now, she's finding the balance in her life, is what it looks like, with this marriage, that Two of Cups, right? Okay. Her movies. She work on movies, Spirit. Will she work on movies? Selena Gomez. Not right. Like I said, readjusting some things, right? She's in a cycle now of relationship. Now, as far as the music and stuff like that, it looks like, yes, you got to answer on her making decisions to, even if she got a project, new project, but she's in that energy and space. But this is really all about this marriage right now in her life and, family wise. The movie thing, not right now. But as far as the career portion, it looked like she's going to continue to push forward. Ooh, it looked like some interesting things about them ahead, okay? Let's get into the messy cards. We are already at 51 minutes. And, wow. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle, okay? I had already blessed their cards. Let's see. Okay, backtracking on the table, revisiting the past. Remember, they had a lot of their energy, and this says regression, revisiting the past, going back on something, okay? So what does that sound like to you guys that are aware of them in this connection, right? Single and ready to mingle, ready for a relationship on the hunt, cuffing season, okay? High vibe and good vibes. Living life to the fullest. Enjoying people pleaser. Y'all see that? I never seen some of these cards. Over again, being nice guy, girl syndrome. Doing anything and everything, okay? You got siren call on the table. Sexual tactics, gaining attention, and lured by temptation. So maybe that might be the energy allegedly and possibly around Mr. Benny. Trash, rejection, taking out the trash, being kicked to the curb, okay? Tea time, gossiping, spreading rumors and drama, okay? Inner light is here. Soul searching, finding your true self and living consciously, okay? Vibes are the focal point. Sensing something, an unexplainable feeling, and listening to your intuition. And I'm telling you, this is what was on the table in regards to the energy around them in this marriage. Okay. Ego, vanity, and pride on the table. Y'all see that? Ace of Earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And you got attraction, Mars, hot. Again, it's a sexy connection, but baby, they got some things they got to work on, okay? Release, surrender, and purge, okay? Y'all see that on the table? You got unity, transcendence, so new cycles ahead. Receive and be open energy, avoidance and stalemate, change and courage, strength, the sun energy, empowerment. Feminine energy is showing up. Y'all see that? Again, this is the same messages of attraction in Mars, okay? Very interesting, right? Let's get some keyword messages. Ooh, child. It's a lot, baby. It's a lot. Selena Gomez. BLANCO. Realizations are here. Epiphanies are on the table. Understandings and awakenings, okay? You got thinking, missing you, craving you, desiring you. Like I said, they could be, even with that quest and travel, they could be on two sides of the map. She could be working over here. He could be working over there. Heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, and whatever it is could be messed up. Beauty is on the table as she is gorgeous, charming, graceful, and kind-hearted, right? You got possibilities on the table. Free-spirited, adventure, and taking risk, okay? Perspective, better off, happiness, and a clear headspace. Resistance, secret admirer, suppressing, and timid energy, okay? Influences, others involved. Look, third parties, intervention, and manipulation. faith, wishing, praying, and hoping. Like I said, they're gonna try to work through some stuff, but baby, the messages are on the table. Any extra messages for them? A mask. Something about that. I'm telling you. That's the second time we've gotten that message, guys. Mask, pretending, putting up a front, two-faced, and not being genuine. Y'all see that? Lust, forbidden fruit, non-committal, sexual energy, and tragedy. What in the world? Selena, what the heck? And forbidden. The same messages, guys. This is weird. Love affair, temptations, flirting, and giving into pleasure. Oh my God. I didn't expect to see none of this. Get away. Go on a vacation. Begin an adventure and run away together. Emotions on the bottom of the deck. Like waves, in and out, crashing. Unpredictable. Conflict. I told you in the energy, conflict is present. Clashing, differences. Incompatible and irreconcilable, okay? I'm gonna ask what lies beneath, but let's get yin and yang, okay? I'm gonna go with it. Spirit guide. They got the same messages again with their world card. It's a new cycle. Y'all just got married. Karmic completion, travel, fulfillment, success after, the quest. Remember, they had quest on the table, so that's a good message. All right. Success after the quest. Success. Spirit guides are here. Assistance, divine guidance, signs, and synchronicities, and guardian angels are present. That's Selena need to pay attention to her spirit guides, okay? Self-worth is on the table. High vibrations, healing, unworthiness, expectations, and values. And her Queen of Sword energy, baby, she got her expectations and her values, okay? Guarded and vulnerable, holding patterns, security at all costs, and blocked heart chakra, okay? Feminine energy, again, is on the table. Yin, intuitive, nurturing, creative, wounded, and insecure. Doubts are on the table. Lonely, negativity, not hopeful, discontentment, self-care, guys. Energy, low energy, depleted, cleansing, wanting time alone, recharge, and retreat. Reunion, soul ties, soulmate, fated partnership, past life connection, and the past returns. We're going to hear some things. Mercury retrograde is in a few days too, but this is, again, a soulmate connection and union. And present energy is here, attracting gratitude, abundance, proactively, tranquility, and success, right? Now, what we didn't ask about was how Justin Bieber feels about Selena, right? So let me ask. I just got to ask. I don't know why that just happened, but we got some energy right here, right? So I want to get in, tap it. We at right at 1 hour. Let me hurry up. Y'all clear precise messages. And so she married another Pisces. Y'all notice that Justin Bieber is a Pisces sun as well? That's real interesting. I don't know why that just popped out of my spirit just now. And we almost at the end. So let's ask. What's he feel about Selena spirit? Just give me our accurate message. Clear and precise. How does Justin Bieber, Pisces sun, feel about romance? Cancer sun. Energy around her marriage with Benny Blanco. Around that 1 to 3 spirit. What does he feel? Child, he is. I did not expect this. So I don't know. What's up? And baby Justin, why you always got so much to say? Every single time. It never fails. Look, y'all. He always got a lot to say. Remember his other reading. I know y'all got to go back on the channel. Okay, he like, look at the conflict with you and him. He don't like it. Death card. Justin, you married. You need to be minding your business. This is all a legend in my opinion. He don't like him. He like, man, please. Look, and then it gets messy. He like, it ain't gonna last long. He was like, it's unhealthy patterns. He still got energy for her, right? Even though it's, you know, they moved on, but it's in the messages, right? He like, it ain't gonna last. He feels like this ain't built to last. He don't care for it. And it just is what it is. He don't like him. He don't like it. He really don't even wish her the best. Like, even if he say he do, he really, really don't, right? Let's ask the energy around Hailey B, because she's so jealous of Selena. So let's see. She's giving her enticement. Justin don't like it at all. Not at all. First card answer the whole thing, right? She's jealous of Selena Gomez. Please give me the energy around that. Oh, yeah, she jealous of her, baby. Look at that. And guess what? She know how her man, Justin Bieber, feel about Selena, okay? Hailey. She glad she gone on and being married to that man. This is Hailey Bieber's energy, right? She glad, like, move on, okay? Cause she tired. She know how her husband actually really, really, truly feels, okay? They got a lot of timing cards in the energy, okay? And this just shows that she is jealous of Selena, guys. I mean, this is all a legend in my opinion, but she really is, okay? Especially with like a 9 of Cups energy, like in reverse. It's like, whoa. Yeah. Because Justin, I'm telling you, 9 of Cups is like wish fulfillment. So that lets you know that she know how he really feel about her deep down, though. This is, you know what I'm saying? Remember, we kept getting message of mask. People putting on a mask, putting on a front, right? Ain't that interesting that we got that card more than one time? So let's go back to that. Cancer Sun, Spirit, Cancer Sun, Blanco, Pisces Sun, Spirit, Baby, Justin do not like that. That's so funny. Baby, listen, test results. So maybe y'all asking if she gonna be pregnant, y'all. So look, we got test results right here. So this is possible, right? An answer gonna be coming for that, and there go your answer. And it says it can be complicated, but it could be something that she working on. Remember, maybe that's why we keep saying that 10 of Cups in reverse, because this might be a part of her life that's challenging, but it's something that she's working on, right? But I'm telling you, the messages stay the same. I ain't never even seen this come out. Lies detected. Lies detected. A version of the truth was offered, but it's curated, calculated, or conveniently incomplete, okay? I don't even know why that will come out. They are married, so situationship comes out on the table. But misunderstood, and I feel like that's the energy around Benny. The guy can kind of look like him, kind of, sort of, right? A little bit. But I think that in the connection with these two, his energy does come up misunderstood. The real version never made it past the rumors. Now they're stuck defending what they never said, okay? So something about that third party with the lies detected, right? Toxic ties is on the table, okay? And somebody can even have a troubled past, okay? Between the two of them, you know, in regards to things in their life. It's just life be lifing, right? So the past still lingers like smoke in the room, even if it's buried as energy that hasn't left the building. Is that you, Justin? Allegedly and all, in my opinion, okay? But something about this situation, a plot twist is ahead, okay? Give me any extra messages. Selena Gomez. Cancer Sun. Benny Blanco, Spirit, Benny Blanco, and it's a Pisces sun. What is up? Secret affair, okay? Oh my God. Definitely let's pull the last two decks, what lies beneath, and then we're gonna have to revisit this again. All this I did not expect to see, so family. Not at all. Please give me all the precise messages. Selena Gomez. Benny Blanco, Spirit, Benny Blanco, Spirit. Okay, he got tired of drama. Bank failure. Bank, something about that. Getting played. Why does that keep coming out? Manipulation, lies, and control. Something about keeping a promise, though. Okay? Toxic energy. It continues to show up, so family. And burning evidence. Somebody a copycat. Sexual protection. I ain't never even seen that. Betrayal. Backstabbing, deceit. Traitors and unworthy of trust. All right, we're going to pull these last two. I'm going to pull from Ten Flame, though, but I'm going to pull from the Love Tea. Spirit, give me this. Gomez. Okay, that's the way they kind of popped out. Yes, the sun. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Spirit. Benny Blanco. Let's do it, Benny Blanco. Benny Blanco. Y'all tell me more about him. I'm going to need to do a little research because his energy popping up. I'm going to do one more for him. Benny Blanco. Okay, we're going to do it. All right, something about the same mistake over and over and over again. It's in the messages, right? Miles apart. So, again, these two could be, he could be working somewhere on one side and, traveling and vice versa, though, okay? So even though you're physically apart, you're deeply emotionally entangled. Long distance love is never easy, but it's not possible. Somebody got a lingering ex. I never seen these messages come out, these decks, until we start asking y'all, ain't these cards messy? Possessiveness, and that was on coming out, and I popped out with Selena, okay? Someone's holding on here too tightly, and it's starting to suffocate the connection. Love shouldn't need to cage you to claim you, okay? So you got platonic passion between the two, okay? Playing games. I ain't never seen that come out. This is a soulmate bond, okay? And that's continuous through and through. And they do have comfortability between the two of them in this connection. But this is going to be about loving yourself, okay? And something in that Three of Cups situation keeps coming up undefined, okay? So we just have to, y'all let me know. This is the last deck, and we're going to shake and bake. I ain't want to make it too long. I can see it's already an hour and some change, so let's see. But we're going to always do all the messy cards, so they could take a little time, right? Spirit, please, I'll clear up. Oh, Selena Gomez. Spirit. Benny Blanco. Benny Blanco. Pisces. All right, here we go. Common interest, okay? So these two share common interests. They have very good sexual chemistry, okay? This is a spiritual match, all right? It is a battle of the egos between the two of them, okay? They keep getting toxic cycle. So some things that they got to work on, right? But they do have core values, which we did continue to see, the 10 and the 10, the 10 of cups, the 10 of coins, right? Let's get any other extra messages for them, Spirit, as we close out. Okay. They are securely attached as they are married. They got communication on the table. They're going to continue to put in the mutual effort, okay? And we're going to leave with this. She already married, so that's her future spouse, right? Which is, this is her current spouse, so that's interesting. They are married, right? Let's see, any extra messages closing out for these two? Selena Gomez, Benny Blanco. Benny Blanco. Pisces sun, Pisces sun. Pisces sun. Any extra messages for these two? Close out. Benny Blanco, Benny Blanco, Pisces sun. Okay. Extra messages, and if it isn't, we won't worry about it. Now take the shuffle. Share healing. I'm glad to see the energy as they're gonna continue to try to work it out, okay? And somebody could be afraid to leave, but this is a past life love, okay? Somebody gotta work on jealous and control, okay, as we close out. Now, peace and love. I didn't expect to see all this. You know, y'all don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I guess we're gonna have to come back this again, but y'all let me know what y'all think about this one. Definitely comment in the messages. I don't know a lot about the two of them, so this was very interesting. So, love y'all. See y'all soon. Peace and love, Soul Family. Thanks for watching the Common Corner Show. Peace and love, Soul Family. And I'll see you guys in the next one.